is the Ridiculously Amazing Insurance Agent podcast hosted by me, Kelly Donahue-Piro. This show is for growing agencies looking to maximize their biggest investment, their people. We mash up our 3-minute videos from the previous week, all with tips on how to be ridiculously amazing at insurance sales, retention, processes, marketing, running in an agency, and time management. If you want them daily, like us on social media as they're posted. But let's get started. Everybody, so let's do our mashup here. Here I am, Kelly Donahue-Piro at the Delta Sky Lounge from Providence to New Orleans. And this was the best time I had to shoot these. So you might hear a little background noise, but in the spirit of time management, job is just to get it done, right? So this week we focused on 4 new tips. So the first week we had Eat the Frog, the 2-minute rule, winning the lottery at lunch, and breaking up a duplicate work. And this week we focused on the word busy, notepads, payments, over remarketing, and, that leads us here to the mashup today. So we know that time management is something, it's so critical in agencies. One, there's never enough time, hiring is hard, and we don't want to burn out our people. So managing our time is a critical strategy. And that's why we designed these videos, just to help you guys. So without further ado, remember, you can subscribe to our course right now. We have the subscription open, $245 a month, time management, sales, retention, cross-selling, reducing remarketing, our hiring guide, how to plan for the year. Anything you can imagine is right in there, and it's meant for you to be successful in your agency. So let's dive into the first video, which is the word busy. So many of you may know I hate the word busy, and I say that very clearly in this video. It's just such a negative word, and it's not a plan. It doesn't make a solution for us. And that's why we focus very much so on how to navigate this one word that you hear all the time in your agency. In fact, you might even hear it within the first half hour you're open. So listen intently on how we handle the word busy and make it a swear word in the agencies we work with. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us again for our 3-minute videos. These are really special to us, as you guys know, and we're all focusing on time management this quarter, or should I say the month of April. So we're going to talk this week all about the word busy, notepads, payments, and over remarketing. But today I get tasked with the word busy. So many people who know me know that I think busy is a 4-letter swear word because it's a really negative word. If I walk around and say I'm so busy, that's not I'm productive, I'm killing it, I've got a plan for today. Busy's not a plan, it's a complete grievance on the day. And it has some really negative side effects. Like I could be saying, oh my gosh, I'm so busy, I have to shoot these videos in the Delta Sky Lounge. Or I could say, hey, I'm so productive, I had 30 minutes, I'm gonna use them to the best of my ability. So busy is a mindset, first of all, and the first thing that happens is it's contagious. It's like the common cold. Everyone will walk around saying how busy they are. It also is a defense mechanism. So whenever there's a mistake, it's like, well, I was busy, or I forgot because I was busy. And it's not really an actual reason, right? We're all B-word. We all have a lot on our plates. That just means we weren't organized. The other thing is like when you walk around in the morning saying it's so busy here, it might not be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but no one walks around saying it's no longer busy. And here's the other reason. When everyone talks about busy, no one feels like they can ask for help because everyone's busy. But it's not true. There's different levels of busy. There's different priorities. A lot of times when we see busy, we actually find out that more likely than not, what it is actually us focusing on the wrong things, which we're going to talk about in the future video. So busy is not a positive word. It's a very negative word. And it gets very low down to the ground. It's not positive. So we encourage you to change the word busy to productive. And we harp on this. In fact, all of my consulting clients, I know they say that B word and I'm going to catch them. Say, why are you swearing at me today? Some of our agencies even have swear jars. So take a look and determine. Once you start seeing how many people use it, even in your personal life, you won't go backwards. We'll see you in the next 3-minute video where Keith Sharon talks all about notepads. So this next video is tricky and one that we often get a lot of pushback on, but we understand that that's a reaction, not a response. As we detox people from notepads, we literally see a change in their day. It's the same thing when we talk about managing your inboxes and email. And we have a huge email strategy of 0 in your inbox on Friday, no more than 10 every day. And I go down to 0 every day just to prove a point to people. But notepads are such a crutch. So much stuff gets stuck in your notepad. It's not prioritized. You can't read your handwriting. It's not a form. We miss stuff. It all needs to be in the management system. So listen to Keith Sharon explains the power of breaking up with your notepad, why it's so important, and how to help your team ease their way in. Don't get me wrong. You show this video to your team and you're getting that
That's the number one reason you need to buy this course. Either subscribe to our school and get everything, or buy the course outright on April 15th through April 30th. That's the one window you get, so get it while it's hot. We'll see you in the next video.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the mayor here with another installment of the 3-minute videos. And again, we're in our time management series, and I guess you would call it series. We're going to be talking about it for quite some time now. And, I want to get into this a little bit as we talk about it. And today, I want to get into talking about Notepads a little bit more. We got into it last week a little bit, but I really want to get into it some more today because it's a big mindset shift for a lot of you guys, because you're sitting here thinking, you're telling me, but Heath, this is how we were trained. Kelly, this is how we were trained, or manager, boss man, whoever it is, boss lady, this is how we were trained. You told us to write down notebooks. You told us to do this, and technology has come along and helped us in that way a lot, in management systems and CRM systems and digital notepads, and you've got fillable PDFs, things like that. Use those to your advantage, but like you said, it is a mindset shift to be able to say, okay, I've got to slow down to speed up, and sometimes it may take me a minute to learn the systems or whatever, but to stop yourself from duplicate entry is huge. I mean, anything that you got to write down on your notepad and then transfer in the system, again, you got to get that mindset of that's not good use of my time. And, I want us to think about that mindset and changing that and believing in it and buying into it. And again, I talked about it last time, you may have to, graduate yourself to it, maybe a 1-page, and then over time, work yourself to direct it into the system. It's all about your teamwork. Let's work from that operational system and that mindset. Again, going back to your mindset of, let's say that I won the lottery, if someone had to sit at my desk, hell, I can't even read my own handwriting half the time, much less somebody else coming in and sitting at my desk, trying to read my handwriting, read my notes, go through all of that. And they've got 47 pieces of paper they're trying to go through, and little sticky notes and notepads. And I have to admit, before working with Kelly, I was world's worst about that. I had 14 different notepads, and one for this and one for that. Not really 14, that's an exaggeration, but at least 3, that I had working for all kinds of things. And I used one for personal, and I'd have my grocery store list, or my, list of activities I had going on with the kids, or things that my wife and I had going on. And then one for work, and then one for this and new business. And I was the world's worst about it. So it became a mindset that helped me to realize that if something were to happen to me, my team, are they going to be able to pick up, read my handwriting, take care of things? Is it going to be something that's going to be beneficial to the team? Also, let's say that you're sick, or let's say that you're off that day, or let's say that you're at lunch for that matter, and something comes up. If they can get into the system, it's much easier. They get your system from their house. They get the system from their desk, from anywhere, and they can look up that client and get into that and take care of that client when they're there. If you've got a notepad on your desk, again, how difficult is that for everybody to work as a team to find information they need? Again, notepads are going to end up slowing you down. And again, going back to Kelly's thing that I've heard her say 1,000 times, and maybe you've heard this from her as well, being busy versus being productive. You can find yourself with a lot of busy work, writing down stuff and going through pieces of paper and, I got to get this done, I got to get that done, and I got to write this down. And you can be busy or you can be productive. You can go to that 2-minute rule we talked about last week of writing it down and then doing it, putting in the system and then doing it. You can be productive by putting it on a fillable PDF, or by putting in a rater, one-time entry, and it goes out to all your carriers. There's ways you can be productive versus ways you can just be busy. I know everybody, that's the big buzzword. Let's be busy. And how are you doing? Oh, I'm busy. Let's go through and let's think about that mental mindset shift. That's another one's hard to say 3 times fast. So again, in this video, I talked a little fast because I wanted to get this very passionate to me, because it was something that I had to do. I had to struggle with. And if I struggled with it, I know there's some of you out there watching this right now. They're saying, I can't break up on my notepad. I had to, and it helped me so much. I'm so much more efficient now, and my time is so much more used correctly, and it's just so much more valuable the way it's used now properly, as opposed to just being busy. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, hanging out with Kelly this week. We're going to learn some more. I look forward to hanging out with you on the next one. I'm going to be real honest with you. For years in my own personal and professional life, I myself struggled with time management, and I struggled with staying on top of my day. And instead, I would let my day run me, and I would let my emails run me and my tasks run me instead of the other way around. And it wasn't until I started working with Kelly at APP that I started to figure it out, and going through and her step-by-step process and what APP teaches in that I really started to figure it out. And once I started changing those habits in my life and outlasting the suck of change, I really embraced that. And now I have such a better feel for my day. I'm on top of my task. It feels so good at the end of the day to be at 0 emails in my inbox. And it's amazing to me how much my life changed because I got on top of my time. And that's something that I realized coming into to working here at APP. All of her programs really hinge on time management for a reason. Once you get your emails and your task and your desk and all those things under control, then you can focus more time on cross-selling, on upselling, on prospecting, on doing the things that you enjoy doing in the agency and not having to focus so much on those other tasks. And once you stop with the duplicate entry and you get rid of the notepads on your desk and do all those things, you'll be amazed at how much time you get back in your day. And I've learned so much, even putting this together. Right now, I'm super excited to be a part of relaunching the time management course, Time Management 3.0, alongside Kelly, to try to help you guys. I've been there. I've been on your side of the desk. I've been where you're at, and I've been overwhelmed. I have been snowed under with my tasks. I've looked at my emails and had 1,000 in my inbox and just got paralyzed with that. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it. And I want to help you do that. I want to be a part of the change. And I can't wait to. I really want you guys to come along with me and Kelly during this journey. And if you're a part of our school sales, I hope that you go through that. If you're a part of the APP Performance Pack and you've gone through some other courses, I hope that you go through this course. I hope that you'll look into this because it really is a game changer for your agency. If you need a refresher even, or if you've hired some new employees and you want them to go through the time management course, please don't hesitate. If you've never been through one of our courses, this one's the one to start with. I highly encourage you to do it. Go to our website, sign up, let's get started. I want to go alongside this with you. I want to be a part of this, and I want to see the change in your life as well. Guys, what are you waiting for? Let's get after it.
So you will hear my passion for payments in this video because I think that it's one of those things that we could level up our time with. And we focus a lot on working within the highest, best use of your time so that way you're in a great position. So going ahead and talking about payments is something I'm passionate about, and we work with a lot of agencies to convert that. So without further ado, let's talk about how we reduce those payments. All right. Hey, everybody. We're back on time management. Remember, we're launching our new course on April 15th, our revamped time management. Love this course so much. It's helped so many agencies. But most importantly, the next thing we have to focus on is letting you know that we have a subscription. You can get it today or wait till the 15th and buy the course as a standalone. We're only selling it as a standalone course for 2 weeks. You got till April 30th. But this one's near and dear to my heart, which is talking about payments. So, we all think, it's only a payment. It takes only a couple minutes. The people come in, they like eating the bowl of candy. Isn't it the service we offer? No. Okay. It takes 10 minutes to take a payment. You might be saying, no, it doesn't. It does because it breaks your concentration. You've got a document. You got to get back into it. It definitely is not as pretty as you think it is. So what we need to be identifying is that it's 2 hours spent on one client. Well, imagine you could do a renewal review. You could do 5, 6 renewal reviews for clients in that amount of time. So what happens is we're stuck here and we need to level up our work. Now, clients who come in to pay often have payment issues, and it's just something that is a lower level task where they're missing discounts. If you hand out a flyer to everybody and said, hey, I think you're overpaying for your insurance. Excuse me, I have a sneeze there. You're overpaying for your insurance. Here's the discounts or the fees you're paying to your carrier for not going on automated payments. might be surprised how many people change their tune. We have a whole section where we focus on payments for this reason. Sometimes it takes 5 or 6 different asks, and our major goal is going to be to make sure that your whole team is trained up how to ask for payments, how to give them that flyer, how to email the receipt, how to track it, and even some incentive plans we talk about in this course. So think about it. Just run a report in your system if you're tracking payments. You do that math times 2 hours per client a year. You'll see very quickly, whether it's pay in full or EFT, it's going to save your team a ton of time. You can use that time to cross-sell, to follow up on new quotes, do renewal reviews, things that matter. And that's why I'm so passionate about reducing payments. We'll see you in the next lesson. So our final tip today, which brings us to half our tips, 8 out of 16, is over remarketing. Because many agents were never trained in how to have a conversation about rate, when there's any frustration about rate, we jump to remarketing. Or in some agencies, we automatically remarket, which we strongly disagree with. The reason that we do that is most people won't call you back. It's a huge waste of time, and we're making everything about price. So in this one, we unpack how to reduce remarketing, hold your retention strong, win back valuable time in your agency.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Heath, Sharon the Mayor here with yet another 3-minute video, and I'm super pumped to be here with you. Be proud of yourself for being here. Shows that you care about your craft and you want to get better. Or you were scrolling through social media and you saw the loud jacket and thought, what's this guy talking about? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we're talking about time management. And we're also talking about a subject today that a lot of people have a hard time, or they get real scratchy, so to speak, speaking about it, or they get uncomfortable or squirmy, and that's remarketing. Many of us are uncomfortable having that conversation with rate hikes or insurance rates in general. So we go into problem-solving mode and we just want to get off that uncomfortable call. So we say, yeah, we'll remarket. Oh, that is such a time sucker. We've got to get into reducing remarketing. Reducing remarketing can help reshops get that under control. Remarketing is one of the most time-consuming things that you can do. So I want to talk about that a little bit and give you some ideas of things maybe you can do to help save some time on that. One of the easiest things you can do is do some of the remarketing over the phone. It drives retention when those people are upset about rate, but also why. Think about why you do it, and it can help you with some of this. And some of that is, we're not trained to handle rate. Sometimes when you do that, it can be missed opportunities along the way. It helps, when you're doing that, it helps you to get good at talking about price. Whenever you can reduce that, if you can get educated and help the customer by getting around those with rate conversation, maybe it's because you added coverages, or maybe you can make some recommendations. Maybe you can do other things, do some other things on the phone with them to help them to not want to remarket or reshop. If you could reduce remarketing by like 50% and keep the retention high, wouldn't it be worth it? I think it would be. In fact, I know it would be. The other thing I want to talk to you about is maybe, instead, one of the things that we teach at APP is the annual review. And you could get on the call to reduce remarketing every year. If you have your clients on what they call an annual review, you could make those recommendations. You could cross-sell. You could clean up accounts. Be proactive along the way and talk about those types of things before they get the renewal letter or before they find out this or that, and keep them from calling you, and you be proactive and call them and discuss these things. That's going to help you to reduce the remarketing, to show that value that you have. But in order to do that, you've got to be able to educate yourself. You've got to be able to make those recommendations, clean up the account, be proactive, those types of things. And again, that could also help lead to more business doing the annual review because you're cross-selling, because you're adding value. And I think that's just going to help with time management and more sales all together. So let's look at the remarket and the reshop as a time suck and try to find ways to manage your time better by reducing remarketing. Guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.
All right, that's our another 4 tips that we've gone through on how to manage time. Each one's very valuable, and each one we dive into much deeper detail in our course. So what we need everybody to do is think, why don't I have this course? You can get it today on a subscription, or April 15th, we will be doing our special at $4.95 to purchase the course outright. We're only doing that for 2 weeks because it's one of our signature courses. And if you're interested, we can also do this live and having a consultant either walk you through it virtually or in person. So consider that. If you like what we're putting down, we have options for you. So thank you for your patience in listening to our 8 tips. Our next tip is going to be tiering your clients, time blocking, how to make sure your team is healthy in general through self-care, and using your management system. We can't wait to give you the next 4 and launch our new course. We'll see you soon.
Hey, everybody. So want to just let you know we have our Ridiculously Amazing Insurance Agent podcast. And if you have not already gone and subscribed to it, you're missing out. Because it's one of the only insurance podcasts out there that has no sponsors, 0 sponsors. And the reason that we do that is we believe that we want to be the podcast for agencies with the people problems, the growing agencies. If you've got 10 people out there, you know what I'm talking about. It gets harder with different personalities. And so we want to bring to you the best vendors. We want to bring to you also the best agency stories out there facing and doing the hard things for the agencies that are growing. And so if you're interested in a new insurance podcast that isn't too crazy, let us know. We actually do these 3-minute videos as podcasts. You might be listening to it right now. So go ahead, subscribe to the Ridiculously Amazing Insurance Agent podcast. You can go to our website under the podcast section. It's on the top left-hand corner. There's a drop down, click podcasts and subscribe. Go to Apple or iTunes and you can also subscribe there. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much.